Bongani, hello. My name is Prudence Nkomo, and I'm here on behalf of an organization called the Leadership for Conservation in Africa. So over the last 2 decades of our work, we've noticed that a lot of conservation efforts or conservation work or conservation initiatives generally target the conservation student, somebody who studied something in relation to conservation, somebody who's already involved in conservation work, or somebody who has an interest in conservation. And whilst that is all well and good, we thought it's about time that we all play our part in taking care of the environment, because we realize that the earth belongs to everybody. And with the current state of nature, we all need to play our part in taking care of the environment. And so in our deliberations, we came up with a new program called Conservation for Non-Conservation Student. In this program, we aim to educate and sensitize the tertiary students that wouldn't be traditionally involved in conservation work. So people like you, people that are studying theology, people that are doing law, people that are in different disciplines in the university system or in any tertiary system that wouldn't ordinarily know and be involved in conservation initiatives. And secondly, we hope to motivate you, we hope to inspire you, we hope to entice you in the stuff that is to do with biodiversity protection, so that as the future custodians of this earth, we all play our part in taking care of the environment. And so, in an effort to just try to motivate you, we've profiled 6 young people from Africa. Some are based on the continent, some might not be in the continent, but they are all Africans. And they are all doing their own small, tiny little bit in taking care of the environment. So we hope that as you watch this video, you will be motivated, you'll be excited, you will most importantly learn something about the different ways in which we can all play our part in taking care of the environment. These 6 young people are going to be profiled just in about a second, and you'll see all the different work they're doing. Some are doing it academically through academic advancements, some through their academic choices at school. Some of them are already practitioners in the conservation world. Some of them started getting into conservation through volunteering. But we hope in all of this, we can show you the different ways in which you can be involved in taking care of the environment.
Hello everyone, my name is Sarah Maranga. I'm from Malawi, the warm heart of Africa, and I am a teacher and a veterinarian by profession. Today, I would like to share with you how I fell in love with conservation.
Hi, I'm Lindani Butelezi, currently working and living in KwaZulu-Natal at Babanango Game Reserve.
Hi, my name is Diane Marungu. I'm passionate about conservation agriculture.
My name is Kudzai Mpakairi, and in conservation I like to use technology. So I usually use geospatial technology to try and solve environmental problems or conservation problems.
Hi, my name is Samantha Sinikiwe Sitole, and I'm currently living and working in Switzerland, in Lausanne. I'm at the University of Lausanne, finishing my PhD in environmental sciences.
Hello, my name is Rubibi Ben Johnson, and I'm a digital creator who is passionate about telling stories that effectively communicate environmental conservation issues to inspire the next generation of conservation leaders in Africa.
When I joined the teaching college and when I finished and I was qualified, I was posted, then I volunteered to be like the matron for Wildlife Club. The reason being, I wanted at least to make up, because I wasn't able to save the village, my home village. So I thought, through teaching those children in the Wildlife Club, I'll be able to participate to save the remaining beauty of Malawi. So that's how I started my education involvement. And it gave me a feeling of fulfillment. I thought at last I was doing something that I didn't have a chance to do.
What inspired me to pursue a career in conservation? Firstly, my inspiration and motivation came from watching wildlife documentaries on Animal Planet and National Geographic's channel on the DSTV platform, and then National Geographic's on the SABC3 platform every Sundays before the wrestlings on ETV. Secondly, both of my parents are from a rural background, so yeah, that also had an influence in my passion for nature.
In today's world, the importance of conservation agriculture cannot be understated because it's not just the farming method, but rather it's a way of giving life back to nature. My journey in conservation agriculture began during my bachelor's degree studies at Lika. Throughout the years, I was captivated by the idea of farming in harmony with nature, preserving the soil health and promoting biodiversity.
So my conservation journey started in 2016 thereabout, when I joined the Zimbabwe Parks and Wildlife Management Authority as an intern. And from there, that's what sparked my interest in conservation. And since then, I've been delving in conservation issues.
I started my conservation journey at the University of Cape Town, when my supervisor during my honors degree introduced me to regionalism and borders around national parks. That made me very interested in the dynamics of people and parks. And from there, my interest grew, and now I'm actually doing a PhD in conservation. Isn't that wonderful?
4 years ago, when I started my academic journey at Rika, I didn't know much about conservation, but I believed that it would ignite something within me. Luckily, I was chosen to lead the communications club, which was new at the time, and our former Vice Chancellor, Dr. Richard Ferguson, who is a scientist, a conservationist, and a photographer, gave us our first hands-on training on photography. And from there, I started to learn more about digital communication skills by doing graphic designs, photographing, and also taking footages around the campus. The college community nurtured my digital communication skills and passion for conservation.
So when I went to college to study veterinary medicine, to the university to study veterinary medicine, I volunteered with lessons in conservation. And lessons in conservation gave me a platform to do this environmental education so well. Like I was able to teach all the schools surrounding our university, teaching the children. We do take them into wildlife areas so that they should be able to appreciate what we've been teaching them in class. So the crazy part being, when I take these children to the national parks, every time I found myself looking at their faces instead of looking at the animals. The excitement on their faces when they see the lions for the very first time in their life. I'm able to keep them excited throughout the lesson because of those teaching skills. And with my wildlife skills that I got in veterinary medicine, I came to know more about facts about animals. So sometimes I would even act like a tour guide during the game drives, explaining to them like all the facts about animals, and sometimes even to act like a role model, explaining to them that when they grow up and they want to like participate in conservation, they can become veterinarians, they can become teachers, and making them understand that each and every job you can still help conserve the environment.
But looking forward to studying again. I'm looking forward to pursue a diploma in security management. So combine that with my background in nature conservation, which I obtained a diploma and a BTech at Tshwane University of Technology. So combining the two disciplines, and using my skills in conservation, using my skills in law enforcement to protect our biodiversity from illegal poaching, and hoping to save the last of our species, so that our future generations can be able to know that this is a rhino, and not know that there was a rhino and now the rhino is extinct. But not only the rhino, all other diversity of species that we have in our country.
Today, I work with an organization called ShareScreen Africa as the project lead on projects that work on conservation agriculture. I'm part of an initiative called Green Sugira. What we do is we promote environmental protection and host different debates on climate change to ignite or to light and raise awareness of climate change and environmental protection in young generation. I believe in the power of nature to sustain us.
I've tried to use technology because I feel like that's a part that I can play. Conservation is a wild arena, and everyone has a part to play. And my part especially, I like to use technology. I like to use drones. I like to use remote sensing. I like to use GIS to try and see how best these can actually try and solve conservation-related problems.
My thesis looks at youth engagement in conservation at the decision-making level, from the global to regional to the local level. And my local level is targeted as Kruger National Park in South Africa and the youth engaging from those communities. And I'm so happy because I can move from a PhD and academic journey into the professional space. And I hope to work in an NGO one day that deals with conservation at the governance level.
And today, I'm thrilled to work with ShareScreen Africa, where I promote conservation across the continent of Africa. I create targeted stories for African audience, including students, nature enthusiasts, and leaders, and many more. Thank you.
So in terms of qualifications, I have a master's and a BSc, all related to conservation, but that does not stop anyone from doing conservation, because a lot of people who are now conservation experts started from merely loving conservation, not because they're qualified to do conservation. So we all have a part to play, and I believe that your part may be different from my part, but you do have a part to play with regards to conservation. Thank you.
One thing about conservation that I like is it's very funny, but then it's a fact. In conservation, you never lose the ability to have fun, and conservation will take you to places. Like for me, I've been to Botswana, I've been to South Africa, I've been to Eswatini, places that I never thought I would be able to go to just because of conservation, and I'm very stuck with this conservation.
I'm committed to give my contributions towards building a greener and healthier future for generations to come. Join me in the journey of conservation agriculture. Together we can create a world of a difference.
So we've come to the end of our motivators video, and I hope more than just motivating you, seeing these young people has made you be a little interested about conservation, that conservation is not just restricted to a particular group of people, that we all play our part in taking care of the environment. And now you're watching me risk my life under these flowers and these bees here, and we hope you can hear some of them. If I don't get stung by a bee, I'll get to the end of this video. But I hope that interest in things like that, how bees and flowers work together, could be some of the things that you start questioning and wanting to know about, knowing why we shouldn't kill bees and why they're important to the ecosystem. If you'd like to know more about the work that you do, please follow us on social media. @ShareScreen Africa is our Instagram handle. You can also use the same name, ShareScreen Africa, on LinkedIn to connect with us, and also on Facebook. All these names will be at the bottom of your screen. If you'd like to know more about the work that we do as Leadership for Conservation in Africa, please follow us on Instagram @ConservationLeaders. If you want to connect with us on Facebook, it's Leadership for Conservation in Africa. And if you want to connect with us on LinkedIn, you can also follow us from ShareScreen Africa. Anyway, I do hope that you have gained a wealth of knowledge from seeing Dr. Michele Menegan and Dr. Bo spoke about the planetary boundaries, that from seeing these 6 young people from Africa, you are now going to do your one little bit to take care of the environment. It might be picking up a paper on the side of the street, it might be closing that leaking tap in the house, it might be doing certain things that you wouldn't have done before. Please take care of yourself, stay well, and remember, the environment belongs to all of us. Bye.